Hey guys, it's Dave from Golf Ed. In this video, I promised you that in this video, I would tell you how to use the biggest muscle you have appropriately in the golf swing to create power and consistency. Now, for those of you that don't know, the biggest muscle in your body is the gluteus maximus. And some of you have bigger ones than others, but I promise you, if you use it correctly, you're going to get way better at golf. So if you watch some of my videos online, if you've taken lessons from me in person, if you've sent me swings through the app and I've sent you lessons back, you've heard me say the downswing starts from the ground up. And using your legs is only part of the way that we're going to use the lower body to create power and get through. In this video, like I said, I promised you that I was going to teach you how to use your butt correctly, your glutes correctly, to get power and to make you more consistent. And this is how we do it. When you start the downswing, again, you're starting from the ground up. Your right knee, if you're right-handed, is driving toward your left knee. All your weight's going to your left heel. But that really can't happen if your hips aren't staying in the same position. And what I see 90% of the time out of amateurs is their hips will tuck under during the golf swing, just like in this video here. So what you saw in that video, as the downswing started, the right knee moved out toward the golf ball. When that happens, that brings the hips in under your chest and your spine angle totally changes. When your spine angle totally changes, you have a totally different reality getting back to impact than what you had at setup. You got into setup for a reason, is to get back to the ball square. Well, if you have a totally different reality, if your arm position, chest position, hips position has all changed, what's going to happen to the club face? Now, in order to maintain your spine angle, one thing has to happen. Your hips have to stay back. And when your hips stay back, that means your butt's staying back. So what I want you to do, I want you to think of your butt or your hips as an anchor as you're turning through. So they're staying fixed in this position that they were at setup, that they're back and then rotating through. Now, again, going back to if you've watched my videos or if you've talked to me about the golf swing, one thing I preach all the time is when you're swinging through impact, the longer your hands stay in front of your belt buckle as you're turning through, the longer the club's going to stay square. So it's not enough for your hips just to stay back. They have to stay back while they rotate, just like this. At impact, what I want to see, I call it the two cheek position. You can imagine what that is when we're talking about the butt, but here's an illustration to show you what it is. When you're coming in, I'm not talking about seeing your entire derriere as you turn through. What I want you to do is be turning through. I want your weight driving to the left heel. I want your hips staying back. That keeps your spine angle the same. But your hips coming through and getting into that two cheek position where we can just start to see the left hip or the left butt cheek come around, that's going to keep the club square longer because you're giving yourself more of an opportunity to keep the hands in front of the belt buckle through impact. And what that's going to translate to, a lot more good shots. All right. Hope this educates your game. I'll talk to you soon.